Everyone. Today I was going to do a Dupe the Vibes video for the new Jolie Beauty Cryptic palette. I guess it's not that new. I think it came out last December. But I got a request to do this from one of you, and I looked the palette up, and it's really pretty. I have seen Jolie Beauty before. A YouTuber I follow, actually, her name is Emily Boo. I'll link her down below because if you like alternative YouTubers, you should check her out. She's really cool. But she uses that brand a lot, and I think she gets sent some of their stuff. So I'm aware of the brand. I've seen their stuff before. I hadn't seen this palette before because I don't like follow them super closely. But this palette is super pretty, and I'm immediately drawn to the greens, which I could dupe with this, my Melt Gemini, because as you can see, lots of lovely greens in this palette. And also I have greens in my, here I'll pull it out, in my Bella Beauty Bar Strange and Unusual. It's got this shade, it's got this shade, these two shades, that also kind of fit with the vibes of that palette. And I could just do a look like that and be pretty safe because the palette is very like grungy green. But I want to do something a little more creative. And I noticed that palette has like a pop of a really pretty purple shimmer in it, which reminded me of Terra Moon's shimmer I have, which is called Interdimensional, which is this like purpley blue one, which I've used in another video. But so I was thinking of using that to go with the grungy greens because that palette is very grungy green, so I do want to use the grungy greens, but I want to use that shimmer with it. And it also has a pop of like kind of like a burgundy color. Their photos have like filters over them, so it's kind of hard for me to tell the colors. But I did watch some reels, like Insta reels, and it seems like it's kind of like maybe a burgundy color. So I was thinking of using like the Melt Gemini 2 palette because these like burgundy colors go really well with the grungy greens because that's kind of what this palette is. As you can see, it's like grungy greens and burgundies. Well, rose tones, but it's got some burgundies in it. So I was thinking of using a little pop of burgundy to kind of fit the vibes of that palette. And then I also noticed when I was watching Insta Reels that it's got a shimmer, at least one shimmer in it, that seems kind of silvery. So I was thinking of using my Huda Pretty Grunge palette and using this really pretty silvery shade, which it's kind of like I don't know if it's like legit a holographic shade, but it's kind of holographic-y. It's very sparkly. It's kind of like silvery with a little bit of like pinky in it. But it's a very pretty silvery shade. So I thought maybe a little pop of that too. So that was kind of my plan, what I was thinking. So it's not just a grungy green look because I do a lot of those, and I think on camera for some of my looks I've done those looks, so I wanted to do something slightly different and really like do the pops of that palette. So I'm going to do that today and see how it turns out. I think it'll be cute. Also, I will pop up, if I haven't already, I'll pop up a picture of the palette here so you can see it. The brand didn't have like that I could find on their Insta, but I will look on their website to see if they have swatches. And if I can find swatches, like I'll put up swatches, but if I can't, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'll put that up while I have been talking so you can see them. But yeah, so as you can see, I've already done my base. I've got highlighter and all that jazz on. I haven't done my eyebrows. I haven't done lips yet. I will do that after when I complete my look off camera. Let's get started. Also, again, I forgot to prime my eyes, so let me prime my eyes and then I'll be right back and we can get started. Okay, so I am going to start how I usually start my grungy green looks. I'm going to start with this shade right here in my crease because it's just like a really good crease shade. So Jolie Beauty, I really like them. I haven't tried them. They're a UK indie brand, I believe. I know for sure they're in the UK. And I think they're an indie brand. I will put it on screen if that is correct. I will Google it. But yeah, like this collection they released, it wasn't just a palette, it was a bunch of stuff. Like the contours look really nice. The lipsticks, they also look really nice. I've heard mixed reviews. I know the YouTuber I mentioned, Emily Boo, really likes them, but like I know some American, well, not all of them are American, but they're in the US, YouTubers who have tried them aren't as big of fans. And I think it's because their formula is very much like OG 2016 matte liquid lipstick, which I like, so I would probably like them. But their colors are really fun. One of the colors they released with this collection is like a grungy green, which is straight up my alley. I have a bunch of those. I don't know if I'll use that kind of lip today, but I might because I have a bunch of those and it fits with the release. In the release there was also like a nudie cool toned pink one, like a cool toned gray one, and I think like a brown one, but I don't remember. I don't have a thing here to double check. Yeah, no, like, I don't know, have you tried Jolie Beauty? Because if you have, let me know down below, like, what are they like? Do you like them? What do you like about them? Because I'm so curious. Because they don't get a lot of screen time for a lot of the beauty creators that I watch. Other than, like I said, that one creator, Emily Boo, because she uses them a lot and loves them. Because in general, like, just through happenstance, I don't follow a lot of UK creators. I think I saw on Jolie Beauty's Instagram that Toxic Tears did an Insta reel with them, so she's at least gotten PR. She's another alternative creator that I follow. I just haven't been keeping up with her lately either. I haven't been on the internet a lot lately. I've been busy. So anyway, next I'm going to take a smaller brush. I was just using this fluffy, like, what is this brush? It's a shader brush. It's like a fluffy packing brush kind of. So now I'm gonna use this brush and I'm gonna go into the slightly darker shade and I'm gonna put that lower in my crease as just like a slightly darker shade and just build it up, just add a little depth. But yeah, like, if you are curious about Jolie Beauty, I mean, just for reference, Emily Boo isn't like a beauty YouTuber. She's more like a lifestyle YouTuber, I guess you would say. Like, I like watching her vlog. She does a lot of vlogging. Like, her latest vlogging endeavors are a lot of like thrifting, which is really fun. Because thrifting in the UK looks so cool. Because she's in Ipswich, which is, I don't know how far outside of London. I think it's like 2 hours outside of London. And it's really cool just to see that. She also does festival vlogs, which is really cool. Like, I've never been to a big festival because they're really expensive and it's not set up as nicely in the US as it is in the UK, it seems like. Because, like, watching her vlogs, there's a lot of amenities that we don't seem to have here. In the UK, you can buy, or you can rent all the gear you need to sleep, like, to camp out, and then just leave it there and return it there. And here, you don't have that. So, like, if I wanted to go to a festival, the closest one to me, like, is a 3-hour drive, and you can't sleep there because that festival, you can't sleep there. So you have to rent an Airbnb, and then you have to drive into the festival and park. And so you have to rent an Airbnb or a hotel for 3 to 4 days, which is really expensive because it's an expensive city. It's a high cost of living city. Well, it's the same cost of living as the city that I live in, actually. And then the tickets are like $400, $300 a day. So, nope, can't afford that. Even when I had a job, that was a no. That was, yeah, like, my friends and coworkers who went, it was basically, you rent like an Airbnb with like 6 to 10 people and you pile in and everybody sleeps on the floor, and that's just expected, like. And if you don't have that many people, because, like, you would find people you barely know, vague acquaintances, and you'd all pile into an Airbnb because you're not going to be there. You just leave your stuff there and you sleep there at night. And, like, when I say sleep there at night, you get there, like, really late and you pass out because you've been drinking all day. Because you've been drinking all day and you've been listening to music all day, because it's, like, a whole thing. Anyway. So let's see. Now I'm going to take that big fluffy brush again, and I'm going to go in. I just stuck my finger in it. The downside of having even slightly nails, also don't look at my nail polish, they're... Fun fact, the best nail polish I've ever found is the super cheap $2 LA Girl nail polish because that stays on. This stuff comes off and it costs way more. Anyway, I'm gonna take this darker shade right here and I'm gonna put that in my outer corner. I could put the burgundy in my outer corner. Should I put the burgundy in my outer corner? That could be cool. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put the burgundy in the outer corner. Let's be different. Let's do something different. Okay, so changing my mind. I think I'm gonna do this burgundy right here. I'm gonna put that in my outer corner. Okay, so it's gonna mix and kind of make like a brownish color because it's green and red. But I feel like it kind of fits with the Jolie palette a little better. Also, so I'm not just doing a green look with some pops. It's a little more interesting, a little more different. So what's up with you all? My job interviews are going not swell. I had 2 job interviews. One I haven't heard back from yet. One I got told no fairly quickly, so that's fine, but that's okay. I mean, the people that I interviewed with were fine. I feel like that working with them would have been fine, but it would have been interesting working with a bunch of West Coast people, and I'm in the Midwest, and some of our conversation was very, I am Midwest, they are very West Coast, and it was one of those things. Which is funny because my other interview, the woman was West Coast, she was in Vancouver, and she was the sweetest. Like, and granted, I know a lot of that is just, you know, you're interviewing people, so you have to be nice, but I mean, you know how it is, like the stereotype of Canadians being super nice, and then there's the stereotype of Midwestern people being super nice, and I'm in the Midwest, so we just had like the nicest interview because it's the 2 stereotypical nice people being like super nice to each other. But yeah, another thing with the West Coast job was having to work West Coast hours. Like, I'm fine with that, but the downside is I do things after work. Like, I do things with my friends after work, and having to work West Coast hours means I'm working 2 hours later than I normally would be, which I don't know how that would work with the stuff I do with my friends because I would just have to not do that, I guess. Whereas this other job where I'd be working with this woman who is on the West Coast, like, she said the hours would be more flexible. She made that very clear, which I really like, because then we could work together and find hours that work for both of us, which I am much more happy with. So I hope that I get more interviews with that job because she was nice, and I would much rather have her be my supervisor. So here's hoping. And if I don't get that job, I will just cry. Okay, so finish that. Okay, now I'm going to take, we'll see how this looks. I'm going to take that purpley blue shade that's in here. I know there's a lot of shades in here. It's this one, and I'm gonna use my finger. I don't know why I left that brush up. I'm gonna use my finger, and I am just gonna plop that right on my lid. And I'm not using a glitter glue. If I used a glitter glue, this would pop more because my lid is kind of dry. But that's okay. We just want like a nice sparkly, and this may not be, I don't think this is like a one-to-one to the Jolie Beauty, because this is really glittery and blue, and it doesn't quite look like what I saw in the Insta Reels, obviously, but I mean, I don't quite have that shade because this one is glittery. Also, I don't support Terra Moons or Huda Beauty right now. I'm just using stuff I have. Even if I don't explicitly say it in my videos, I try to put it in my description box, the brands that I'm not supporting. But I mean, I don't have 10 billion things in my collection. So like, I use the things I have. I'm gonna use them up, and then I won't buy any more. Unless somehow they have a redemption arc, or people get ousted, or whatever. Oh yeah, that is super pretty. Look at that. Ooh, I like that. I'm glad I went with the the burgundy, because that burgundy in the outer corner really ties that shimmer together with that green. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a little fallout. I don't know if you can see, but I've got a little fallout down here. But I can fix that. We'll fix it in post. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go back into that burgundy shade. And since that's my outer corner shade, I'm gonna take this little smudgy brush. It is called a smudger. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go back into that burgundy shade and I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit. Yeah, bring it down. I don't want to bring it down like too far, but I want to bring it down enough to kind of fix that fallout. Normally I do my eyes first, but it's just easier for the way I film to do my base first, because directly after this, I don't know, what time is it? Okay, in 25 minutes I have to leave to go to D&D, so like I have to be very cognizant of my time. Now I'm going to grab the, oh god, I almost dropped the palette on the floor. Don't do that. I'm gonna grab this brush again, and I'm gonna grab that like middly green shade I used. Oh god, don't die. And I'm gonna just blend on the corners. This might have been a bad call. I should have maybe I should have used the lightest green, but you know, we're living with our choices. I might need to darken this up. I think I lost some of that burgundy. Yeah, I lost some of that burgundy. But no, actually I like that. I just need to darken up the burgundy because I lost some of the burgundy. So let me do that quick. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if you can see, but I did that. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of have a bit much. I'm going to go into that Terra Moon shade, and this doesn't pick up the best on a brush. Like these Terra Moon shades do not pick up on brushes, but I'm just gonna like be violent with it to try to get it on a brush, and I'm gonna try to put it in the inner corner here. And that is my thing. Like, if you don't care about controversy, but you do care about performance, and that is a deal breaker for you, the fact that shadows do not pick up on brushes is obnoxious. At least on my brushes. I use synthetic brushes. I'm not like 100% cruelty free, but I don't use animal hair brushes. Also, for the record, I have seen that a lot of things that say they're cruelty free, I think it's, unless you're Leaping Bunny certified, a lot of those places aren't really cruelty free, because I think it's China still forces you to test on animals, and if you sell in China you have to test on animals, so that's a thing. Okay, so that didn't do the most, but it's there. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the lightest green shade with I'll take this big fluffy brush with the lightest green shade, and I'm just gonna like gently blend. This is gonna kind of give me a smoky look. Oh, I pulled that down kind of far. That's okay. You know, this looks pretty cool. This kind of looks like a bruise on me. Like, this literally looks like how bruises look on me, except with glitter, which I love, actually. Okay, so now I'm going to take, I didn't forget, Huda Beauty Cryptic Grunge, and I'm gonna take that silvery boy, and I'm gonna use my finger. I've got these precariously balanced. I should not precariously balance these. Okay, I'm gonna take my finger, and I'm just gonna pop it in my inner corner. Oh, maybe finger was a bad move. That's really glittery. Yeah, okay. Maybe a little more because the other side is really a lot. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's really pretty. There, do you see? I don't know how close I am, but do you see in the inner corner? It's really glittery. It's like that silvery color. Oh, that's pretty. Maybe I should put that on my brow bone too. Really been loving this shade lately. Like, since I discovered I can shear it out and just make it kind of effervescent and glittery. I really like it. Yeah. Ooh, that is so pretty. It's like, oh, glitter bruise. Ooh, this is so good. So I have finished the eye look. I'm very happy with this. I think this turned out phenomenal. So yeah, I'm going to finish up the look. I'm gonna do at least waterline mascara. I gotta do my brows. I gotta do a lip, and I'll be right back. Okay? Okay. Okay, I'm back. I have to film this outro super fast because I have to leave like really soon. So for my eyes, I went really basic. I did the, what is it? Melt Slick Waterline Eye Pencil in Rich Brown. I did the CoverGirl Eye Enhancer in Berry Brown for my mascara. As you can see, I just went with like a brown bruisey look. I don't know if it really goes, but that's where I wanted to take it. After I did it, I was kind of like, eh. So maybe if I do this look again, I might try it differently. But that's what I did today, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll play up the burgundy color, but I don't know. But anyway, and then for my lip, I did Unearthly Cosmetics Mandy Satin Lipstick. The reason I picked this is it kind of matches, and also in the Jolie Beauty collection, they had a lipstick that is similar to this. I could have picked any of the colors I have that are like this, but I went with Mandy because I think it's the closest, but I'm not 100% sure. But it was something similar to this, so I picked this. And that is the completed look. Oh, and also I guess I did KVD, bleach, brow pomade, bleach brows, basic. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you like this look? Do you think I duped the palette? Are you gonna buy the palette? Yeah, just let me know down below. Do you like Jolie Beauty? Do you follow them? Etc. All the things. Let me know all the things down below. But yeah, I gotta go to D&D, so I will see you in the next one. If you like this content, give me a like, give me a subscribe, or not. I'm just doing it for fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.